A day of sadness and remembrance at Surrattsville High. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone. Thank you for joining us. A 17-year-old Surrattsville High School student is dead after collapsing at school yesterday. Friends say the honor roll student touched their lives. They gathered outside of the school to remember her as they tried to make sense of her sudden death. Denise Douglas has the story.
Hundreds of students here at Surrattsville High School, as you can see, walking the track to remember their fellow schoolmate who collapsed and died on this very track. It's hard for Kelly Green to believe her good friend is gone.
Still don't believe it. I have to have some confirmation. When I saw it on the news, that's when I knew it was true.
She and others here at Surrattsville High School walked the track to remember Takaya Reyerson. Takaya collapsed out here during physical education class yesterday and later died at the hospital.
She was just always happy. Like, I would laugh at her sometimes. I'd be like, why are you just so happy? Like, she could have a problem. She might cry inside, but you would never know it. But she was a good friend. I loved talking to her.
Today, they try to make some sense of how this could have happened to the bright, athletic 17-year-old who was also a vegetarian. Balloons are released in her memory, everyone wearing pink, her favorite color. The principal says she'll never forget Takaya's sweet spirit.
Always a smile on her face. She loved life and everyone. She touched everyone's lives here.
It's something her schoolmates will remember too. They also take away a lesson from this tragedy.
And I'm hoping it's just telling everybody that even if you got attitude with somebody, it's too short to let grudges or whatever, keep us down. We should stay, live every day like it's our last.
Takaya's father has reportedly said that she had no history of medical problems. Her friends and family are now waiting to hear about what caused her sudden death. I'm Denise Douglas, CTV News.
And grief counselors were on hand at the school today to help students work through the loss of their schoolmate. Well, today is the last day for early voting. Residents can cast their ballots at one of 5 centers around Prince George's, including this one at Bowie Library.
That's pretty new to me. Typically, I'll just wait till Election Day and then I'll vote on Election Day.
I came out because I don't want to stand in long lines on the main day. Just wanted to get it out of the way.
Think it's a good idea?
It's a great idea. I love it.
I think it's the best thing they've ever done.
Why is that?
Lets more people vote, cuts down the crowds on Election Day, makes things go faster.
And polls will be open until 8 p.m. tonight. You can also cast your ballot on primary election day next Tuesday, April 3rd. Well, as new details come out about the Trayvon Martin shooting case, the public outcry continues. On Capitol Hill, Illinois Congressman Bobby Rush was escorted from House chambers when he addressed Martin's death while wearing a hoodie. Trayvon Martin was wearing a hoodie on the night he was gunned down over a month ago in Sanford, Florida. He was walking back from a convenience store when George Zimmerman pulled the trigger. Zimmerman says he shot Martin in self-defense. Today we asked County Executive Rashawn Baker, who has a son, for his opinion on the case.
Think about, that's something that we can all relate to, and that is, having a son that's away in New Haven. You think about these incidents and how scary it is in this time. You thought we'd move beyond that, but we haven't. And so clearly we have a lot of work to do in this society.
And Martin's parents were in Washington, D.C. for 2 days talking with lawmakers. They are calling for Zimmerman's arrest. Well, Bowie State University is tackling the issue of violence on college campuses by hosting Peace Week. Today, a panel of experts talked about productive ways to resolve conflicts.
And the reason we had this is because we had a tragic incident on campus in September, and we wanted to bring the whole campus together to kind of talk about better ways of handling conflict, peaceful ways of handling conflict. And so we brought in these experts who have dealt with international conflict as well as domestic conflict, as well as contract conflict, to come and talk with our students and have a dialogue about better ways of handling conflict in the future.
And earlier this week, a peace rally was held on the campus. The events were prompted after one BSU student fatally stabbed her roommate in their dorm room back in September. College students from around the region are expected to convene on campus Saturday for a conference to wrap up Peace Week. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Vallone.